I'm going to make your Musty Flick double touches go from 0 to 100 by the end of this video. I'll be giving you secret tips that no other channel offers and making sure you hit this mechanic at the end of the video. I've done freestyle for a couple of years now. I've played in tournaments against the likes of Jaxi, TX and many others. So in this video I'm going to show you all of the information that I've gathered along my journey and share it with you in this video. So make sure to like, comment and subscribe in this video. Helps me a ton with the YouTube algorithm and also helps me reach my like target of 60 likes down below. So make sure you hit the like target. So this is the training pack I'll be using in this video. I'll start off with shot 1. I'll teach you how to ceiling shot to Musty Flick. You can do it with a flip reset as well, but that would just be a lot harder and not everyone will be able to do that properly. So all you have to do to start with, I guess you can already ceiling shot if you're trying to do this. Just like this. But I'll give you a few secret tips now. So my first secret tip is to get the ball as high as possible where it's not touching the ceiling, so around here. This is you're so much higher up and you have a lot better chance to hit that double touch. If your ball is really low to the floor, it's just not going to be possible to get the ball up and then double touch it. Well, I mean, it is possible if your musties are very good, but I'm guessing your musties aren't that good. So if you're this low, you just can't get it. You have to have the ball extremely high up on near the ceiling like this. Because even if your musty's really bad like that, you can still get the double touch really easily. I say really easy, but completely fluff it up, but you see what I mean. Just like that. Even if your musty's terrible and the ball's high up, you can easily get it. So by getting the ball a bit higher up, you just boost into the ball a bit more before you go to the ceiling like this. It does take a lot of time to master how high you can get the ball. It's just muscle memory. It takes you hours and hours of grinding to actually get the ball this height consistently, but you'll get it soon enough. So my second tip, you sometimes want to get an extra touch before you do the Musty Flick. So before you do the Musty Flick, sometimes you want an extra touch like that and then mustying it. This is more for full field things rather than from mid boost, but this still does help a lot to set up that Musty Flick. That setup makes my Musty Flicks about 10 times better. You can do it without, but I really like doing this like touch before the Musty Flick. This is more for this setup or something like this, where I just get one little touch before I get the Musty Flick. Just like that, to set up my Musty Flick a lot better. But you can still do it to mid boost. If the ball's lower down, I never get this touch. I always just do a Musty Flick like that. But if the ball's a bit higher up near the ceiling and I can't just get the musty straight away, I get that little touch and then do the flick. That was a bad example, but if the ball's really high up like this, I get like a tiny touch, then I do the Musty Flick. Just makes it 100 times better. Just like this. So now I'll tell you how to do the two different things, how to do the Musty Flick and how to do the double touch. There's one secret tip I'll say in about 5 minutes that'll make your Musty Flick double touches 100 times better. So starting off the Musty Flick. As I said before, that little touch sets my musty up perfectly. And you can see I'm boosting away from the ball after I get that touch. That's to make my musty in the perfect position. You want to have your musty in the perfect height and perfect distance away from the ball. For example, I'm a tiny bit more underneath the ball. This makes the double touch easier. Having your car more underneath the ball makes your Musty Flicks go upwards. If my car's above the ball, the Musty Flick's going to go downwards. So you need to make sure your car's a tiny bit below the ball to make the Musty Flick get some height in it, like that. If you're in level with the ball, it's not going to be a double touch either. I mean, if you're really high to the ceiling and you're level with the ball, then you might get a double touch. But just put your car a tiny bit down below to the ball. Then that will make your Musty Flicks a lot better. Just like this. Then you can get the double. So my next tip for the Musty Flicks is a distance away from the ball. You want to find the perfect distance. It's not really something I can tell you. It's more something that you find out with trial and error. For example, I go up here, I hit the back of my car, and because I hit the back of my car, I know I'm way too close to the ball. So the next shot I go a bit further away from the ball, like this. Then I realised that wasn't a flick, so I'm too far away from the ball. So the next shot I get a bit closer, like this. Then you've realised you've got the perfect musty flick. So keep readjusting your car. So if your car hits if it hits the back of your car, you're too close. If it hits the nose of your car, you're too far away. So keep on readjusting. That's the only way to learn musty flicks. The way I learnt my musty flicks was from this shot in this pack, number 4. I literally just consistently did this couple hours every single day. This made my musty flicks a million times better. I just constantly did this because you get the unlimited flip after you go off the post. You can do unlimited flips and backsmod, but I never really like doing that. I may as well learn this shot than I can do this shot as well. But as you can see here, I just really know how to get the musty flick from this setup because I've done this for hours and hours. I can't even tell you how much I've done this setup. But this is the best way just to learn your musty flicks. Just perfect one setup and just consistently do this. The reason I chose this shot to perfect my musty flicks is because you can do a full field musty flick from this. And you've got so much room and time to actually set up your musty flick as well. Like here I've completely set up my musty flick. You need to really know the distance and height between your car and ball to get this musty flick. Because it's not, you don't just set up in the perfect position. I'm readjusting my car to be in that position. So I really recommend you go on shot 4 on this pack and just completely grind out this shot. Just really perfect the musty flick from this shot. You can do it from the ceiling as well, but I never really liked doing ceiling musty flicks. I would more recommend you do it from the back boost. I'd more recommend you practice the ceiling musty from this boost pad here, rather than from mid boost, as it's just a lot easier. Not easier, but a lot better for you. So now that's basically everything for the musty flick. It's more just consistency and learning how far away from your car and ball you need to be and the height between your car and ball. So I won't go into circles, and I also really recommend that touch there. That touch really sets up your musty flick really well. So now I'm going to show you how to do the double touch. With your musty flick, there's one secret tip to do this double touch. You may have seen me doing it before, like this. And you may see a load of freestylers do it as well, and you're thinking, how? This is probably your musty flick at the moment. Yeah, it's probably like that, and you just can't recover it. The reason for that is your musty's over-rotating like this. You want your musty to be facing upwards when you're going to the ball. It gives you momentum and everything just to get towards the ball. And how I do this, look at my joystick. I'm pushing upwards on my joystick. It's not cancelling my flip like this, but it's also making my car not over-rotate. So it's after the flip cancel time is over, then you just press up on your joystick. And I'm also boosting whilst I'm pressing up. This gives me tons and tons of momentum to get to the ball. A lot of double touches when your musty's more powerful. It's just not possible to even get to the ball if you're not doing this. You're seeing everyone Psycho's shots, they're always doing this. Everyone does this. If you don't do this, then you're probably in like gold or something. So you have to do this to be able to do any musty flick double touches. And the double touch itself, this is more muscle memory. I've got a full tutorial on it. But one thing I will say, I always go into car cam doing double touches. This makes me be able to see the ball a lot better, makes the clip look a lot cleaner, and just in general I can predict the ball a lot better from this. I really recommend you learn to turn off ball cam just after you've hit the final touch like that. That makes it look so much cleaner, so much easier. But apart from that, it's mainly just muscle memory really. Like, there's no secret tips on how to double touch. It's more just consistently practicing and learning the angles, getting really light touches. It takes a very long time to be able to do these. So I think that's everything for this video now. I'll see you next time. If you've got any questions, comment down below.